Hey, today we're going to show you in GoHighLevel how to set up a fully automated website to capture leads and follow up with them. Today's example is an auto repair shop. We're just a website that we saw some things they're doing well, some things that they could do better to help them capture those leads. This won't be a perfect design build because we're just building a demo here and we're just kind of dropping in some content, but to give you a rough idea of how to build a system that brings in more jobs even when you're under a car or closed for the night. So we're just going to jump right into it here. So when you first set up a new website in GoHighLevel, so come in here, you'll create a new sub account, select and continue. We're just going to do a blank one. And now you can enter in the business name. We'll try to see if we can find it. So JC. All right, there we go. So it found it. So this will help us. It'll populate all the information for us. So we don't have to add all that right away. Sometimes it doesn't get the email and stuff, but this is what we wanted. Next. Today's demo, we're just going to put our own name in here. And then we need an email. Sometimes you can find the email if you go on their contact page. Let's see here. They don't have one listed. So right now we'll just make up one here. We'll just use I'll reply. We'll use our business name, domain. Business niche, car repair, maintenance. And this information doesn't really matter that much. It's more if you actually is a real client, then you'd want a correct email, their name obviously, and then their phone number. So when they get leads, it actually follows up with them. So we'll add this stuff in here. And we're going to import sample data so you can kind of see what some if people are actually in the system, what it'd look like. So if they came through the website or they're chatting with you. So we'll create sub account there, and then you're going to want to go switch to that sub account here. This is if you're a SaaS provider and you're creating other accounts, but if you're just a business owner and you have one account and GoHighLevel, you can just jump right in. So it pulled in some data here. This is all demo content. So like I said earlier, it wanted to pull in some information so we can kind of see how it functions when you actually log into GoHighLevel dashboard. You can see your opportunities, the value, conversion rates, and some of those things. And we'll talk about this in other tutorials, but today is mainly about building a website and creating those workflow automations. Like we talked about, their website here was missing a bunch of pieces. So we're going to show if we create a new site, what that looks like. Next item here, which after creating the sub account is build a quick home page. So to build a home page, you would come into sites. They have funnels. We're just going to talk about websites. Create new. We're going to take a template and then just refine it from there. Today is car repair. We'll see what it has for examples that you can use, and then you just modify it from here. We'll just go with this template right here. You can preview it if you want to see what it looks like ahead of time. Give you a rough idea. And if we were building this for this customer here, we would actually switch out all their information in their photos. So we're going to import that right now. So it's building that template that we just saw there. So I'll just take a few seconds there. All right, so we have kind of the basic website set up here for the home page. You can see it's pretty good. We would change some of the things that are on here, like adding their logo, the pop-up form here when it goes to them, we'll have to create that. And we'd obviously put their own photos and change some of the text around. But this is a good starting point to get you going right away. So the next thing we want to do is we'll jump into how to edit some of these items here. If we click on this, you can see down here that it's going to a pop-up contact form. And if we go back, you can actually preview it. So open up a preview window here, and we'll see it's probably not connected. So we're going to show you how to connect a form. Yeah, so it's popping up, but there's no form created. So the next step, we have the website editor here, but we need to go in and actually create a form. So you come into the form builder. We're on the same site section here. Click on builder. Create new. There's templates also you can use, but I like to just create a basic one. First things we're going to need to do when we create that form is update a few things. So first and last name, we don't need two separate field boxes. I like to have just put the full name, drag and drop that over there. We got phone, email, probably should have also, let's see here, a comment box. Add that there. We'll type that, so that's a comment. This part here is if you're sending SMS messaging, so you have to, if you're doing any phone number text backing, that customer with the lead, you have to have A2P approved. We'll talk about that a little farther here in the video, but basically you have to have, this is the law, that you have to have a checkbox that they check this, and we'd fill in their business information and whatnot there. But if you're going to follow up with a text message, you have to have this, that you're going to market to them or follow up with them so they know that. You want to go in here and just label this as your contact form. So today's, we'll say car repair contact form, so we know what form that is. And then you can also take it a step further if you want to know what type of services they were needing. You can create a checkbox. We could add a checkbox in here and then call it services. Let's see if they have anything on their website for their contact form. I don't remember if they did. So they're not asking for anything really besides question or comments. We got name and phone. So today maybe we won't put the services in, but you could say like brake repair, AC repair. So then when somebody fills this out, it would actually give you a little more information of what they're needing for their car repair. Maybe they don't know what they need fixed. So for this example, we're just going to delete that for now. But if it's the car repair, we probably want to know their make, model, and year of their car. So we'll add those lines in here. So you can see it's pretty simple to add that in there. We want to make it required usually. So required, just click that checkbox. And we're going to want them to leave a comment because we know what their contact is about. So if it has a little asterisk next to it, that means it is required. So we want to make sure we get their name. So after all that is kind of set up, this is a basic form. You will want to come in here and click Save. So now we have that car repair contact form. We can go back out to our website builder and come into the website here, click Edit. And if you remember, the pop-up that showed up here there was no pop-up connected with the contact form. So we want to go into, let's see here, the pop-up settings up here. Click on contact form pop-up, edit that, click here, and now we want to select that form we just made, car repair contact form. So now it's going to put that in there. We click Save. You can upload new photos. Let's say we wanted to change their logo here. You could actually come into it and change the asset file here. So we could back into here and click Upload. We can switch out with their logo. Upload, click Downloads, JC logo. There, we found that logo. It'll upload. Double click on it, pop that in there. It's too small, so we'd want to size it so it's a little larger. You can do that in the settings. We'll come down to the width. Let's bump that up to 50 and see what it looks like. There, that looks a lot better. So the website's starting to come together here. We'd change out all their photos with theirs. The next item. So we did the home page, added a form. We got automations now. So to add an automation, so let's add subtitle, and we'll move that up. And then we'll say something about we will do a text message. And it's white. We should probably change it too so it shows a little better. Okay, so we have a title, subtitle, and then the information. So now the next thing is to do an automation. We're going to come out here, and you're going to want to go into the automations here, and this is where we do the follow-up through the form. So when somebody submits the form, we are going to create a new kind of workflow there for them. So create a new one from scratch. Enable autosave trigger. We're going to find that form submitted, form is, and find the name of that form. There we go. And we want to save that trigger. The next thing you want to do is assign it to a user. We don't have a user set up here, so I'm gonna have to go back and show you. We'll put our own information in there. So let's just auto save that. We'll come back into settings here. We need to add staff. And this is where we just add a new user. So we'll just add ourselves. All right, click next. And this is all what you want to have them access to in the website or in GoHighLevel. We're just going to leave it what it is. Click save. Now, if we go back out into the automations where we can actually add them to the workflow. Here's the workflow we started. You want to make sure you also label it. So we could call this contact form follow up. And we'll do 7 days. So we're going to send them an automatic text message every day until they reply back with that lead. So you want to make sure also when you do that you set up stop on response here. That was in the settings, because you don't want them to stay in the workflow if they respond back to you. The whole idea is that you're getting in contact them for the first time here through that lead form. So we'll explain a little more here once we get in. So we go back into the internal or assign user, then we'll do internal notification. All right, so we add that. So it's gonna notify or apply that to myself here with the new lead. Then we want to send an internal notification. We're going to do it directly in the app. You can title this whatever you want. We'll just say lead, and then we'll say reach out to the new lead. And we should add a tag. This will pull in their name so we know who it is. I'll do full name and save that action. Oh, that's another step I forgot to mention. So when you assign internal notification, you can actually have it redirect to the conversations tab so you can actually see what's going on with that customer. You can also send an internal notification, say you want one to send you a text. You can also do that too. So you do SMS. You would put that information in there, same as before. We're not going to do that right now. And so the next phase is to do the SMS message. So we're going to send them now a message. Thank you for contacting our shop. We'll be in contact with you shortly. So we just have that as a simple message, save that. Then we're going to do a wait period. And we're going to wait 2 minutes. And then we are going to send another SMS. How can we help you today? Save that action. And so we already got two SMS messages that we're sending here. Again, we're going to do another wait. And now we're going to wait a day. So turn that to 1 day. And it's good probably to label this also so you know where you are in the workflow. And then down here, you can actually copy these and reuse them and just change the text. So you click copy action, and then you can paste it below here. And so we'd come in here and we just change what it's about. You can say, do you still need help with your vehicle? Message 3, day 2. And then you're just going to come down, you're going to do it again. So we just copy this, copy action, paste. So we're waiting and so forth until you have 7-day follow-up. And so the idea is then if they respond to any of these messages, then it will take them out of the workflow. That's why we have stop on response here. And then also, if you want to make it live, you have to hit publish here and hit save. That'll make it live. Again, this is just a structured showing a demo here. You would actually fill this out more information. But now, if they came in and they went to that website page, clicked on this, and they filled all the information out, Now it's going to follow up with that sequence of that workflow automation that we just created. The SMS follow-up, we have automation, how to add one, but we didn't go over the chat widget. So if we go back into sites here, in sites, you can actually go to chat widget, create a new. They got a couple different forms that you can set up here. So for the chat widget, that's what goes in the bottom right-hand corner of your website. A lot of times you'll see like the live chat, but the problem with that, if you've seen that on sites, is that it's not ideal because your customer had to stay on that website page to be talking with you. So what we want to do is a SMS email chat, and that will allow, once they put their email or their text in or their phone number in, it'll allow them to get a text message back to them so you can talk to them whenever. So that's kind of the idea with that. So down here in the bottom right, you'll see what it has for a default. We can come in here and change the style. So if we look at our website, they had some dark red in there, or ours we're building right now is blue. You can actually change it, different colors here if you want to change it. We're just going to leave it that blue for today. You can also change what you want it to say. We can change out the avatar here, that photo of the lady there. We can change it to the business owner of this company, or we could put their logo down there. There's a couple different styling you can do there. Title, intro, you can change, additional information. There's a bunch of stuff here. But yeah, that's the basic of it for a chat widget. Once you set that up, you just click save, and I'll show how to add it real quick into the GoHighLevel website. So if you come back to your sites, go to websites, click on the website we were building, click on settings, and then see it says chat widget here. Let's go to chat widget 1. That's the one we just created. Save that. And now that website we were building here, go and refresh this page. It'll actually show the chat widget now in the bottom right. So now if we reach out to them, they can follow up with through text message or email, depending on what they put in there. This one we just did the phone number, but we'd want to add an email box if you wanted to email back and forth them too. But yeah, for SMS messaging, this is going to be the main thing you want to do. And for a step further, we're going to show how you can have AI know about your business and reply automatically back to their questions they have. So to do that, you would come into AI agents. All right, so you come into Conversations AI, create a bot. We'll just do that one for now. Do appointment booking or Q&A. Let's do. Now the preferred channels is going to be talking about so when you're using this, do you want AI to respond on all these different channels? We're going to say no to Facebook and Instagram. Today we just want to use it for live chat, chat widget, or SMS. A bot name, we were calling it John bot. We'll just call him. Wait 2 seconds till we're responding. Say, hey, how can I help you? Click next. Skip questions, ask for the name, email. If they've already told us this, we don't need to ask them again. And we'll save that. Suggestive or autopilot. So suggestive means if you're on there, it's going to say how you can reply back to the customer. We want autopilot. We want it to respond for us. Save that. All right. Now we got to set up a knowledge base here. So the easiest way to do this would just grab the business name that we're using here today. JC Automotive Services. And this doesn't matter as much. We'll talk about this later. Auto Repair Shop. Create. And now the best way, there's different ways you can pull the content. You can add in Google Docs, FAQs, different information. You can crawl their website. That's what we're going to do today. So we'll go in and we'll copy their homepage, and then the AI is going to read everything on their homepage. So paste that. We'll just do the exact URL today, extract data. So it's going to think a little bit here. So what it's doing is it's going through their homepage here. It's reading about all their content here. To find out more information, we could take a little more information if we want to do about their service pages. They have some good information on there. that we can pull from to explain more about what they do. So once that's done, I'm going to fast forward here because it's going to take a little bit to do that. Oh, it's done. So it only took like a minute. So we trained the AI bot on that. We can add more URLs. So if we want to do the repair shop, we could do that also here. Add source. So we're going to crawl 2 pages now. So the home page and the repair page, service page. Then we have some information on the website, and we can actually test out the AI chat widget to see how it responds. All right, that one's complete now. We're going to go in and show you how you can actually have a conversation with it here and test it out. Here, we put a little bit of information. So it's John Bond, what we're calling it. We don't need WhatsApp on there for today. And maximum entries, we're going to say 10 times with that person. The worst thing you need is a bot talking to another bot, and it just eats up all talking back and forth here. So we're going to say wait 2 seconds, respond back up to 10 messages. You can actually do response with images and voice notes and all different kinds of stuff, which is kind of crazy. But we're just going to do 10 messages for this one person that's trying to contact with. We'll click save. Go to bot training here. We should see that it has the knowledge base we have to select that we just created. So automotive center there. We'll save that. Do you service brakes? Let's see what it says back. So now it's going to look through the knowledge base that we created, those 2 web pages that we crawled. So yes, we do offer brake service, including inspections, rotor replacement, and more. By the way, what's your name? So here's what you would say. So I didn't fill out the forms it was asking me, so I say Mark. So it's going to go through those questions that we asked it already there. And so this is where it has its goals, what to try to answer the user's questions. We could also set up a calendar here. So I'm going to go into the calendars. An idea also you can do with the chat widget or just putting on your website is a calendar widget to book appointments. So calendars, you go in here, go to calendar settings. You can do a personal calendar, or you can create like a service calendar, service menu, put that type of items in there. We'll just look at this default calendar that it made. So it's going to put your availability. You say when available. Most repairs are probably more than 30 minutes, so we'll say 1 hour. We're open 8 to 5. That's what we might have to change it since we said 8 to 6 on the other thing. But that you can also take forms of payment in here. So if you want to take payments automatically through your calendar, you could. Notifications, you can set up how it comes in if you want a text message, email, any other customizations, and you just save that. Can also come into the calendars here and do connections. Come in and do Google Calendar, Outlook Calendar, iCloud Calendly, Google Meet, Zoom, and Microsoft Teams. You just enable all those, and that'll put that in that calendar so you can connect everything. And you would save that. Showed AI, did the calendar, connected domains. So we'll go back into the settings. And to connect a domain, you would come into domain URL. You can purchase a domain if they don't have it already. A lot of your customers, though, or if you're a business and you're looking to upgrade, you're going to have a domain already. You just come into connect. You would then connect your website here. You add the domain. So if we're doing these guys here, you just copy and paste the domain in. And then it's going to give you, you'll want to add the A and C name record. So these are the records that you would then put on their domain provider. So if their domain is with GoDaddy or some other domain provider, this is where you just add this A and C name record. And then when you do that, it's going to automatically put the new website we just built them. That'll go live. So that way your customer or you as a business owner still stay in control of your domain, but your web agency provider can then build the website and automate all this stuff for you. So it's pretty simple to do that. The other part that we did not go over yet for the SMS messaging is the A2P verification. And that's where we buy a business phone number for you. And we come in and set that up. So you have to go into the phone systems. You would purchase a phone number here, and then you have to go through set up a privacy policy page and a terms and conditions page. And we can do that all for you. Again, if you need help with that, you can reach out to us below in the link in this video here, or also you can sign up through us directly for GoHighLevel down below, the link also. So just let us know what you guys need help on, if this video is helpful. Basically, it'll take you through a bunch of things here. If you ever get stuck, you can let us know. We have other YouTube videos that talk about A2P and how to get that verified. So today, real recap real quick, we showed how to build the current website, what they're missing. They didn't have booking calendar, SMS follow-up, automations. The forms, we're not sure if they're even working. We now have AI that'll answer questions for people that land on the website through the chat widget. We showed how to create a sub-account. We built a quick home page. We added a form, automation, chat widget, SMS follow-up, AI answering through the chat widget, and then how to connect a domain real quick, and then A2P, explain that you need a privacy policy and a terms and conditions page created, and you will need a phone number that's purchased through GoHighLevel, and it's just billed directly to them. So that allows you to do text messaging. All right, so that's pretty quick how to build a website in GoHighLevel and how to get up and running, that a lot of businesses, especially service businesses, don't have this auto follow-up with chat widgets and forms that follow a sequence of 7-day connecting and doing a calendar, all that stuff. Yeah, if you like this video, like below. If you want us to build this for you, if you are an automotive shop and you need help, we got a link below, or reach out to us directly on our contact page. There's a link there and we can set this all up for you. Remember, this is more about building a system, not a perfect website here. We're just talking about how to get a website up and running quickly, and then you build out the SEO and the landing pages and all that stuff later on. But the main thing is a lot of businesses don't have this automatic sequence follow-up for their business with their website.